going on, everybody? How's everybody doing today? Doing pretty good. We're trying something a little bit different today. So usually I've been streaming in the evenings, but I wanted to give an afternoon stream a try. So we're going to do a little bit of streaming this afternoon. What's up, Brandon? What's up, little bro? Manfred? What's that? KH Larson? Am I saying that right? Lauren? We're getting some love in the chat already. Heck yeah. So how is everybody doing today? What time is it? What time is it for me? It is 12:30 in the afternoon for me. If I sing Thick of It, you'll give me $500. I don't know Thick of It, so. But so we're building a if I can speak correctly. Today we're building a drowned farm, and it is pretty massive. I don't know if you should be telling people you're a kid, Brandon Lee. Then let it go. You know, so no, my game is freaking out, and I'm surprised it's not showing in the background. Hang on a minute. I gotta fix something. Hang on, chat. I gotta make sure my game's showing up. There we go. Let's go back to chat. Okay. All right, it's showing up fine. But no, let it go. So my first job when I was in high school, the movie Frozen came out. And oh my goodness, do I hate that movie when I was working at a movie theater. So I will not sing Let It Go because that makes me very... Those theaters were the worst to clean, so... Not sleeping. What time is it? What's up for LC? Oh, yeah, my game is like hardcore struggling. So I'm trying to get the first layer of this farm. So we're using Light Matica for a drowned farm that I designed. It's actually let's switch over to the game. And it's quite big. Play your idol. Ryan, I do not. See, I'm almost 30, so I don't keep up with all the trends. Okay, man. This is the time to stream. Alright, I need some extra blocks. Do I have extra blocks to get... Whoop. Do I have extra blocks sitting around somewhere? 13% battery. You gotta charge that thing. Alright, so... I'll explain this farm as we go, but so... For those, and we're getting a lot of new people in the chat today. So I'm playing in my solo forever Minecraft world. And what's up, Spade? How's it going? And I am Kitty Cat, yes, decently big. I'm doing well. Yeah, so many of you probably haven't seen me before. So I usually stream in the evening for my time, which let's turn down the music a little bit. Okay. but I figured I'd try a afternoon stream. You're getting out of this one 6-7? I still don't know what 6-7 means. I'm old. Okay, I should probably start my flashback recording too. Yes, Nitro, Kitty Cat. Yes, this is high up because I'm trying to avoid spawning, right? I'm starting at Y level. What's it called? 84. I'm close to you? How do you know that? Hang on, I don't have a bed, do I? I need a bed. I need a bed. You gotta kill some of these sheeps. Finish. That's not close to me. I'm in the US. Why does my game sound so quiet? But no, I figured today I would try out. I need some wood. Hang on. I might actually have a bed in my ender chest. Hang on. Let's see, do I have a bed in here somewhere? I don't, but I have some wood. Zombie. Oh, I can sleep. Okay, now we can start building. Let's ditch some of this extra. Okay, so essentially what I'm doing, and thanks for the subs over on YouTube. Heck yeah. So I'm building a drowned farm, and I'm using some principles from a farm that I think, if people are familiar with Whip, he built this farm in his Forever Hardcore world that he's playing in. A similar one. His is a little bit different. I am really lucky because I found a really big river biome. So this river biome is actually going to make it a lot easier for this farm to be built. Well, not a lot easier, but it's a lot easier to make it very rectangular, so it's a little bit more uniform to build. Where a lot of times when they build this farm, you kind of trace the area around the river biome itself. And if I get one more sub, I'm crashing. Wait, what? I don't know what you're talking about. But so we're starting to build at Y level 84 to avoid spawning in the actual river itself. And this thing is quite large. So I'm probably going to be spending the next few streams, and based on how this stream is going already, where I just started, we got lots of people in the chat over on YouTube. So I may stream in the afternoon a little bit more. I usually have been streaming in the evenings. So those who are new here, and here's the deal for the stream today. And kind of might be the deal for streams in the future. So I am a stay-at-home dad. And so my son, who's almost 2, is napping right now. So I'm able to get on and play. And I figured, you know what, I haven't tried streaming in the afternoon, so let's give it a try. So we're working on the Drowned Farm. So the principles of the Drowned Farm are kind of cool. So essentially what I'm going to be doing is building a bunch of water tanks that is going to fill up, or the drowned are going to spawn in a bunch of water tanks that are bubble columns with the soul sand. So we're starting with soul sand at the bottom. And then the drowned are going to get pushed into a layer of scaffolding. And then the scaffolding is the scaffolding after that is gonna stop them from bouncing in the water. Then water on top of the scaffolding is gonna push them to the nether portals. And then in the nether, they're gonna be pushed into a separate nether portal, which is where they're gonna be sent over to whatchamacallit, a killing area where I can use my sweeping edge sword on an armor stand to kill all the drowned. What's up, Silas? Yeah, how's it going? I'm doing good. We're building a drowned farm today. I'm doing good. I have not seen whatever rig game chat's talking about. $8 p.m. for you? It is. I'm in the U.S. Central Time, so it's noon. It's right after lunch for me. Well, it's gonna be fast on the soul sand with soul speed. So it's gonna ruin my boots. Do I have extra? I can use that. So the plan, what mods am I using? So I'm playing mostly vanilla, but I'm using Lightmatica right now. So I spent some time designing this farm based off of a tutorial by Collier. It's also the same farm that Doc M77 made in a similar one. It's not exactly how he made it, but he made it in Hermitcraft Season 9. But he did it in a perimeter. I'm not doing a massive perimeter. Norway. Europe. Shout out to you guys. Wherever you're at. Live in the Netherlands. Heck yeah, that's cool. I'd love to visit the Netherlands one day. Chat, what do we think about what do you guys think about the most recent information about the next drop? What do you think about the drop that's coming in winter? Think it's gonna be good? Do you think it's gonna be mid or bad? I've got some opinions on it. I think the Nautilus is going to be mid. I think if you like building underwater, the Nautilus is going to be amazing. It's kind of the same thing like the Happy Gas. I don't think it's going to be that revolutionary. I think the Spear is going to be really, really cool. Especially in multiplayer worlds. But I don't... So the one thing I want them to change, and I think multiple people have said this, multiple content creators have talked about this point when they've reviewed the latest snapshots about the Spear. So the Spear has that new lunge enchantment, right? And in that lunge enchantment, you can lunge forward and add some ability and movement. Alright, thanks for stopping in, Spade. Yeah, go get some food. But yeah, the lunge enchantment has one downside that I hope they fix. And then I think I'm going to use it a lot in this world. And that is that whenever you use the lunge, it uses durability right now. Heck yeah, thanks for the sub, Spade. What's up, Sammy? Sammy RY. Welcome, welcome. So chat, I just to be straight up, I'm gonna be streaming until my son right now, he's napping. So we're gonna be streaming until he wakes up. So that could be 45 minutes, that could be 3 hours, who knows? Just putting that out there. Oh, I missed. Let's pick up that soul sand. Alright, and the plan for this build, so there's 9 unique segments. Or not unique, right? There's 9 segments, and I'm going to build one segment at a time. Oh, there it is. Up. So we're going to start with this first segment. So each segment has 2 tanks of water. This is Java mode, or Java version. Alright, let's ditch the soul sand. And yes, all of these chests have all the materials I need for this farm, including this shulker. These chests don't, but it's quite a bit of materials. So I'm gonna be busy. It's gonna take a long time to build. Probably take me at least a week or 2. So we'll see how long it takes. And then I'm debating how I want to do some of the other stuff, right? So I screwed up that part of the design. Wasted some soul sand, that's okay. How I want to do the water. If I want to do all the water at the end or do water as we go. So I think this first one, I'm going to try doing water as we go up each layer. So I need to get a couple buckets after I get the first layer of glass put down. And then play around with it just to see. I want to try it multiple different ways. Maybe try the first two. We'll try both ways, where I do water as we go, each layer, and then the next one I'll do water at the top and then use kelp to create the water sources. I don't know which way's gonna be faster, but let's figure out which way's faster. Yes, smooth Jason. I used to play Bedrock quite a bit, but I actually switched over to pretty much 100% Java. So I was a part of a ultra hardcore SMP for a little bit, which was a lot of fun. And that's what switched me over to Java. And then all the mods that you can run on Java just made me, like, I can basically never go back. So, but I have a fondness for Bedrock. I can tell you one thing I miss about Bedrock is right here. It would be a lot easier to place the blocks because you can place blocks in front. You don't have to place blocks behind. So it actually would be really nice that I could place blocks in front. Although I could do, so in the Litematica mod that I'm running, there's easy place mode, which I might switch to at some point after I get tired of all this. That makes it so I can place blocks just by looking at where the block needs to go. Auto place, yeah. Auto place, I haven't tried auto place yet, but I need buckets. Two buckets you do. Yeah, so I'm debating if I could fill this out this way, layer by layer, and that might work okay. Because I only have to fill out the sides. How am I with autoplace watching? I'm not familiar with Maple Nate. What's up, John Go? Welcome, welcome. I know, I've watched some Mog Swamp, and Mog Swamp uses the easy place mode in a lot of his buildings. Some people call it cheating, but also some people call Litematica cheating. And I don't necessarily think it's cheating. Now this isn't too bad. I'll try it the whole way up. The reason it's 400,000 custom mountain. Oh man, I thought this build was gonna be big. This build, it uses 130,000 glass, and I guess I didn't need to do it with glass, but it uses 130,000 glass. That's the biggest thing I've ever built. So, I mean, I haven't built it yet, but it's the biggest thing I'm gonna be building in Minecraft ever for one project. I love Britain. I've never been. Geeky is a streamer. Ah. Yeah, I need to look into it. No, I've never been. I mean, I've met people from Britain, and they seem like good people, but I feel like there's good people everywhere in the world. Although the first layer is always the hardest, at least for placing blocks, so this next layers aren't going to be as bad. What's up, Linda? Welcome. Just hanging out, building some Minecraft farms. Building a drowned farm because I need copper. I need lots of copper. I'm an addict when it comes to copper in my builds, and I also don't like mining copper. Amberland, what's up? How's it going? Which I haven't used a lot of the new copper stuff yet. I just updated my world to 1.21.10. A crop farm, 200 layers, 15,000 blocks each side. Holy. That's crazy. See, I wish I had more time. Right now I don't have the time to put in to massive, as I'm doing a relatively massive project. But I don't have time to put in massive projects all the time. I only have a couple hours a day to work on stuff. $12 yeah. So I don't have a like a full-time job, but I'm not making any money off of doing this. Yet at least. I'm hoping soon I can start making some money off this. But I'm a full-time stay-at-home dad. So I'm just doing this kind of on the side when I've got time. So like my son's napping right now, so I have time to work on some stuff. And it's just something I enjoy doing. But I think if I ever get to the point where I'm making decent money and I could pay for daycare or babysitting or whatever, and put a little bit more time into what I'm doing, then I can see myself doing massive projects more often and streaming longer. Yeah, no, as soon as he wakes up from his nap, yeah, that means stream's over. He just started napping, so it should be a while before. You never know. With him, it's either 45 minutes or 3 hours. So, but I usually stream in the evenings. And based on how much activity I'm getting with chat today, I think I might start streaming in the afternoons more often. At least my time in the afternoons. I usually stream after my son goes to bed at night. But I thought about trying it out in the afternoon today, just testing it out, and you guys are giving lots of love today. Heck yeah. Yes. Speaking of that, yeah, my son, he's almost 2. So he's about to reach those terrible 2s. And then my wife, who she works full time. Our life is about to get even crazier. So she is we're super excited, but we just recognize life is going to get crazy because she's pregnant, expected to have our next 2 children. She's pregnant with twins. Early next year. So we're gonna have a 2-year-old and 2 newborns. So life is gonna be hectic. So I don't know when I'm gonna have time to do any of this then, but I'm sure I can make time. It'll probably be more focused on streaming when I have quiet moments, when there are quiet moments. If there's ever quiet moments. Instead of spending time editing videos and stuff and trying to do stuff like that, but just leave that there. But I wouldn't trade it for the world. It's awesome being a parent. What's up, Oreo? You know, Oreos are one of my favorite snacks. I love Oreos. So we'll see how far we get. I'm hoping to have, so there's 9, here, I'll hop into free cam. So there's 9 tanks this size that go up. I can't remember how many blocks, how many layers they go up. But hopefully I can get, maybe one of them done today on stream. Like I said, I'm streaming until my son wakes up. So who knows how long it's gonna be. But I'm gonna do a lot of this probably off stream as well, just because this is for, if you're new here, which I think there's a lot of new people here, which is awesome. Welcome. But this is for my Minecraft Forever World series that I'm working on a ground farm so I can supply my world with copper building blocks. So I usually try to post a video, a more polished, long-form video every couple weeks. This time it might be a little bit longer than a couple weeks just because this project might take a while. But I'm gonna test. So this first tank, I'm testing what's faster. If I put water each layer, and then the second one I'm gonna do water at the top and use kelp to turn it into water sources, because every single block, every single thing of water needs to be a water source. No. So far this isn't too bad. It's a little tedious, but it's not too bad. But I could, the other option, and I don't know if this is worth it, just based on time. I could also get ice and place down a bunch of ice, but that just means I have to have more stuff in my inventory. How much time did it take so far? So I've just started actually building. So far, I've been going for about 40 minutes, just building, but to get all the materials, so this farm uses, about 130,000 glass. So it took about 6 hours to gather all the glass, or to gather all the sand, and then my super smelter took a day. I don't know exactly how long it took to smelt it all, but I was kind of, I checked it every couple hours. I was AFK and just came back and checked to make sure it wasn't clogged up every couple hours. So it took about a day-ish to smelt all the sand into glass. And then a couple hours to gather all the other random materials too. It uses about, this farm is going to use about 7,000, a little over 7,000 soul sand, and 1,500 obsidian. So I built a gold farm for this as well, that connected to a piglin barbering farm to get all the soul sand. So, counting all of that, this project is probably going to be about a... I don't know how many hours it's going to take. I'm going to turn on easy place mode. Just a little bit faster. It'll just stop me from misplacing as much. UAS? USA, you mean? Yeah, so I'm in the USA. I'm in the central portion of the USA, so it's US Central Time where I'm at right now. So it's just a little after 1 p.m. for me. Let's turn up the music just a hair. Yeah, that's so much easier. It's so much nicer not having to switch to make sure it switches automatically for me. I'm probably going to have to turn off easy place mode when I put the water in though. But I have a hotkey for it, so it shouldn't be too bad. But chat, how's everybody doing today in chat? Everybody doing good? Or do you got the does chat have the Monday blues? Man, I don't miss. So before I've been doing this and doing like the stay-at-home dad life. I worked as an engineer at a medical company, and I don't miss that Monday feeling at all anymore. Not at all. Oh, and I'm surprised. Why? So, I'm trying something new today. Well, on top of... So, I usually have been... How many farms have I built so far? That's the question. So, in this world, I've built a gold farm, a honey farm, a guardian farm. What else have I built? A guardian farm, a kelp farm. I don't know if you can count the super smelter as a farm. I have a ghast farm, an iron farm, I've got a tree farm that works for every tree but the 2x2 trees, so I can't do the dark oak or the pale oak. So I'm not sure how many that is. So I mean I love Minecraft. I wouldn't be streaming if I didn't love Minecraft. My least favorite part of Minecraft is the like mining. I know it's a super important part of the game, right? Mining, but I don't like I'm okay with mining for and gathering resources for like a small amount of stuff. But I'm very much a that button. I'm very much a if it can be farmed and AFK'd, then I'm gonna do it. What's up, Yo Junior? I think you changed your YouTube name recently, didn't you? Yeah, I'm doing an afternoon stream for me here, so you can check it out. And I may do more streams in the afternoon. We're getting lots of love over on my vertical stream. And we're getting some love on the horizontal format. If anybody wants to see it full screen horizontal, you can go to Twitch, or I'm seeing if my computer, and it seems like everything's running fine too. So I've got my stream on the short speed in the portrait vertical mode. I've got a full screen on YouTube on the same channel that my vertical is streaming on, and also on my Twitch. So I'm trying to make it, since I'm still relatively small, 744, which I started the stream at 735 subs over on YouTube. So we've almost gotten 10 subs so far, which is huge. So shout out to all of you. You guys are awesome. How am I doing multi-stream? So I run my stream through a software called OBS. I forget what OBS stands for, but I run it through OBS, and there's a plugin or a software that I use for all like my alerts and whatnot. So I use Stream Elements. And so Stream Elements allows me to multi-stream. One thing I'm super excited for, so soon, apparently YouTube is coming out with an update. I just saw this the other day. So basically what's happening right now is I have 3 separate broadcasts, but they're all coming from the same place. I don't know if I'm the right person to do a video on setting up multi-streaming. I know how to do it just enough to get by. But I bet you if you just search on YouTube how to set up multi-stream with OBS and Stream Elements, there's going to be, I would imagine, at least 100 different tutorials out there. And I probably could do a video on it and to just kind of show how to do it, but I'm probably not the right person to do that. But YouTube is coming out with an update. I don't know when it's actually going to be out. I'm super hyped for it. So right now I'm running 3 separate broadcasts from OBS essentially. And soon YouTube is going to allow creators, YouTubers. Does my finger hurt? No, my finger's fine. But they're allowing creators to stream both the full screen formats and the vertical short speed formats from the same broadcast at the same time soon. What's up, Alex? But to answer your question about what I'm doing, so I'm working on a drowned farm. And it's quite large. So I'm gonna be spending probably the next little bit working on this. Probably mostly on stream, a little bit off stream. It's for my my Forever World series that I have on this channel, which is kind of what I'm mainly focusing on right now. So I can get all the wonderful copper blocks. Because I have a crippling addiction to using copper blocks in my builds. Do I have a creeper and sugarcane farm? I do not have a sugarcane farm or a creeper farm. I've got a bunch of other farms. I'm building this massive farm before I built a sugarcane farm in this world. I have a gas farm though, that's how I get my gunpowder. Hey, Alex, 29 Blocks, thanks for the sub. And if you have your YouTube subscriptions available for public to see, it'll pop up on my, at least on my vertical stream. I haven't added them to my full stream for YouTube. But we're getting copper, and the thing about copper, at least ground farms, so I did some testing. And there's a bunch of really, I would say, there's some good tutorials on copper ground farms for Java. If you're trying to get tridents specifically, that are really straightforward and really easy to build, not nearly as big as this. Now the thing is, I am making a ground farm for not tridents, but for copper. So to make the rates of a ground farm worth it for copper, it just needs to be massive. So we're building a massive farm, and you know what? I think it's good for me. I've never built something this big, and all my years of playing Minecraft, which stems back to 2011, I think, somewhere around then. I've never built something this big, so it's gonna be a good experience, I think, for me to determine how long something like this actually takes to build. I've already spent just gathering the resources probably about 10 hours. Took me about a week-ish to get all the resources. But I'm imagining it's probably going to take about the same amount of time to build this with the amount of time I have in the day to build. But so I designed, for those who haven't been following my channel, for those new, which welcome. I designed this farm, which this is an iteration of the first one I showed in Creative World. About a month ago, I designed this farm. Based off of concept, there's 3 videos I watched that helped me come up with this design for my own design for this world. So I watched, it was the Doc M77 video back in Hermitcraft Season 9, when he made a drowned farm in the center of his perimeter. And then it was a video where Whip he made a very similar drowned farm in his hardcore world that's more similar to what I'm doing. And then there's a tutorial which I'm going to link in the actual video that I'm going to be posting about this, by Nicolier. That's basically the whole principles behind it. I'm going to explain a lot of the principles once I get more stuff, like more visuals to explain it on stream and also in my video that I'm working on. But the concept is it's just get a whole bunch of water, bubble columns. The bubble columns will send drowns up, then push them with water into portals, and then from the portals, transport through a little bit of an area in the nether where they push into a second portal. And then from that second portal, they will end up in a killing chamber. What do I need copper for? For everything. No, so I'm building so the overall goal of this, and maybe towards the end of the stream, or at some point, I may end up having to go back. So I'm building a Arcane Punk, or Etherpunk City. And so, for those who don't know what that is, basically, the easiest way I can explain it is think steampunk, but the difference is the power source isn't steam. Like, so steampunk, you get all your steam machines and stuff, whatnot. Arcane Punk is magic. Magic is power instead of steam. So it's like a magical steampunk is what I'm building. And the last few builds that I did, I just ran into all the issues of, okay, I want to add those Arcane Punk elements into it. Like different gears and cogs and whatnot, using copper. I mean, I could. I could mine a trial chamber or two. That is a good way to get a whole bunch of copper. But, so this world is, and I mean, I could probably trim chunks, right? And that would solve some of the issues of running out of trial chambers. But my hope for this world is that, like, I ran out of glass. Is that I'll be playing in this world for a long time. So I figured I'd build this drown farm, and then I would have all the copper I ever need. One of the projects I have slated, I haven't designed it yet, but I'm thinking about designs for it, is I want to build a auto-crafting copper factory that will auto-craft every single copper block in the game for me. So I think after I finish this farm, the next project is going to be one of my biggest issues, and I was waiting for this update, and I'm a little bit behind where I actually wanted to be, but that's okay. One of my biggest problems in this world is storage. My storage system is just dump and go, and there's no organization to it at all. And I want to fix that after I build this, using the copper golem to create my sorting system. So that's gonna be coming up probably after this build, the next project, and then after that, I'm gonna build a big copper factory that auto-crafts every single copper block. Which, also means that I probably have to do a blaze farm, because you need blaze rods for the copper blocks. I actually haven't done a trial chamber in this world though. I haven't raided a trial chamber, and I haven't raided an ancient city yet. But I would probably like to do that at some point. I have some PTSD for ancient city raiding. It's not true PTSD, but I was raiding ancient cities in a ultra hardcore series, and that's what knocked me out of the ultra hardcore series. Alright, next layer. The other thing though is and I was talking about this in a previous stream. I think a lot of people ask why I want to build something this massive just for copper, and I think the better question is why not? Why not? This thing's gonna be cool, and it's gonna be like it's gonna get all the copper I'm ever gonna need, and if I need more copper, I just come and AFK this, and then I don't have to worry about ever having to mine. How annoying would it be if I just bounce? Pretty annoying. Alright, chat. After I get the water on this layer, I need to run and grab some water for myself. So, just a second. I want to get this layer done, and then I'll come right back. I also really like, and it's kind of how I play Minecraft, so I've been trying to get better at building them. I don't think I'm the best builder ever, and this isn't super fancy, but, like, some of my favorite parts of Minecraft is building automations, building farms. So I really like to automate, and it's kind of one of the things that kind of brings, like, one of my favorite parts just in general about Minecraft is and just games in general, like survival games. One of my favorite games besides Minecraft is Palworld, funny enough, and it's not for the pals, it's for the base building and automation. And I feel like with some of the recent Minecraft updates, they've added some more fun stuff when it comes to that, like the Autocrafter, the Copper Golem, is this your own? You mean? I don't know what that word means, buddy. Is this my own world? Are you trying to ask, is this my own single player world? Sparks Pixel Arts? If it is, yes, this is my own single player world. I would love to play multiplayer SMPs and stuff. In the future, I would love to set up a like a subscriber or fans SMP, all that fun stuff. But right now, this is just a single player world. But anyway, I need to grab a drink of water. I will be right back in just a minute. Like I said, just a minute. That was quick. Back. Got some water. Make sure you guys are staying hydrated. I'm terrible at it. All that, making sure I drink enough water is something I struggle at, and my throat was getting a little dry, so I figured I'm probably a little dehydrated today. But Lightmatica is a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful mod. That's why once I started using some of the mods that Java has, right? Like Lightmatica, Flashback for recording, all that stuff. I started my channel playing Bedrock. Hey, Oreo. Thanks for the follow over on Twitch. Heck yeah. Thank you. And you know what? I need to add this more. It pops up in the alerts. And you know what? It's on my channel, and I've talked about it in a couple of my videos, but I need to go into it more. So Oreo, thank you for joining the Legion. We're one member stronger in the Legion of Valor. And for those who are new, I'll tell you a little bit. I'll tell you a little bit about the Legion of Valor. Okay, so the Legion of Valor is anybody who follows me or subscribes or interacts with my content anyway. So we have a motto in the Legion of Valor. And that is that we don't just craft, or don't just how did I phrase it? We don't just play. Yeah, there we go. We don't just play games. We craft legends here in the Legion. And you know, that's kind of the attitude that I'm trying to put into my content, is that I want to do cool things that inspire people to do cool things in their lives too. So I'm not necessarily the greatest at personal branding, but we can have some personal branding. We can have some branding fun here. All the Legionnaires out there watching. Another layer done. Oh yeah, this is gonna be a grind. I don't know if placing the water down like this, and I'm testing it. I don't know if it's gonna be the fastest way to do this. I think there might be a faster way. I think putting water once I'm at the top, down every other block, and then filling those water columns with kelp to create them into water sources, I think might be faster. But I'm curious of which way's faster overall, so I'm trying this one first, and then we'll try the kelp method on the next one. Now the question is am I going to be able to get to the kelp method in the stream? I don't know. So just for those who have joined a little bit later, I usually don't stream around this time. I may start streaming more at this time, partly because one of the things, I have more energy. It's not super late at night for me right now, so I feel a little bit more energized, which probably makes it easier for me to hang out with chat and keep my energy up, right? But challenge about streaming at this time. So I am a stay-at-home dad, and oh hey, this farm is already working. And right now my son is usually napping, but they're unpredictable. So who knows when using ice would be better. Yeah, the issue with using ice though is I have to collect the ice. And I know ice doesn't take that long to collect. But this isn't terrible. What's up, Ground? Hey, buddy. Okay, buddy. So I thought about collecting a bunch of ice and doing it that way. The challenge of doing that is I wanted to start building. I think this might be a little bit faster. There we go. Now, let's check in. Oh, I missed. But, I mean, this is just gonna take what it takes. It might take a little bit longer than I'm expecting, and my next video is gonna be out a little bit later, which is fine. But I do plan to stream doing this whole process quite a bit, so. But proof of concept, we've already got one drown to spawn. So, and so the challenge, the issue with a lot of drown farm is, so drown farm, and the reason this needs to be so big is because to get drown farms to work well, they just have to be massive to get good copper rates. So we're building a massive farm for the content, for the because I can. Because why not? But I'm slowly getting into the groove. Although this kind of grind beats the so my previous job, I had to work in a product lifecycle management system, or a PLM system. And basically what that system would do is it helped the company track how SKUs are supposed to be manufactured, how different products are supposed to be manufactured and packaged. And my project would have thousands of products involved. And so I'd have to set up their bill of materials. And funny enough, setting up bill of materials for products is in some ways similar to very grindy, repetitive tasks in Minecraft. The only difference is Minecraft is a game the end results are a little bit more tangible. So I would spend hours when I was working copying and pasting numbers from spreadsheets into our project lifecycle management system, our PLM system, and I had to do that for thousands of items, and I couldn't do all thousands of items at the same time, or there wasn't any way I could do it for each one individually. It just took forever. so this beats that. Alright, I think I got the water down faster. It was a lot faster that time. Light Matica is so nice. I'm gonna say that a bunch probably. But alright, chat, I've got a question. I got a question for everybody in the chat. If you could add one feature to Minecraft, what would it be? Let me think. I think so my biggest complaints about Minecraft, not complaints, but my biggest thing that I'd like to see is so Minecraft new biomes. What kind of biomes are you thinking, Oreo? I think new biomes in the end. My biggest thing I'd like to see, and I wish they would address it. They haven't addressed it in any of the updates so far, at least. I'd love to see some kind of inventory management help. Like a backpack or something. I don't know exactly. But I'd like to see some way to help manage the inventory in Minecraft a little bit better. Especially as they keep just adding more and more blocks. Which I don't think they should stop adding blocks. But no, I think, and maybe, and I've talked about this on stream before, but my idea, and this is what I'd pitch if I had any influence at Mojang, is we add a new piece of gear that you have to wear in the chest piece elytra spot. That's like a backpack. And you can't have a backpack and the elytra on at the same time. This is so it's not whatever inventory help that you can get, whatever it is. So it's not OP that you have to choose between the overpowered elytra and maybe an overpowered backpack that gives you double inventory space. And then you have to go like conquer a new boss in the end, like a new end structure. So that can kind of combine like an end update with some features that can help with your inventory management. And then it makes it a little bit more challenging, right? You have to choose between having your elytra on and a backpack, because if you drop your backpack, all the items in your inventory would fall out, right? At least in part of your inventory. But that's just me spitballing. Now here's another question I like to ask. is if there is one feature in Minecraft, what's one of the features that you'd want to get rid of? Now, I don't think they're ever going to get rid of anything. But it's fun to discuss hypothetically. For me, I would get rid of phantoms. I think that's a pretty obvious choice. But I also think there's a bunch of other stuff that's just kind of useless. Like, although I may be eating my words on this a little bit, I used to say that camels were kind of useless. But there's some camel combat tech coming out. I don't know how good it is, but the camel's got that dash, and I'm sure the Elytra is going to trump it, but the camel dash and a spear together could be kind of spicy. I haven't tested it or anything, but camel dash and spear, that could be fun. Just camel combat. That'd be a lot of fun. Unfortunately, I usually play solo player, so the camel PvP is probably not something you're going to see in this world, unless I get invited to an SMP or I start making a little bit of money off this YouTube streaming stuff, and then I can put some money back into starting my own SMP, because I would pay for a dedicated server. So what do I plan on building? Oh, we'll leave those. If I finish the drowned farm. So I'm not finishing the drowned farm today, for one. Let's zoom out. This is gonna take forever. Next in this world, I'm gonna be building. I need a better storage sorting system, and I think it'd be a lot of fun to build a storage and sorting system using the copper golems. So I'll be building that next, and then after that I want to build a copper auto factory. Speaking of phantoms, they're gonna hit me. I hate these. I hate phantoms. I hate phantoms so much. They're the worst. So what do I need copper for? So I need copper for my builds. I use copper a lot in my builds. I just really like copper, for one, as a building block. And I had an idea, right? So I've seen people do like auto tree farms where they have like a tree farm and it goes into an auto crafter to craft all like the chests and different building blocks with wood planks. And I could do that. I think I might do something like that eventually. At least with bamboo, for sure. Autocraft like chests and different blocks to help build redstone stuff with pistons and whatnot. With the bamboo planks. But I want to do it with copper just because I like copper a lot. So that's what I want all the copper for all the copper building blocks, and then I'm going to use copper a lot in my city that I'm building in this world. Which, hey, by the way, I don't know if this is still a thing. I think it actually is over today. But if you haven't, and I don't know if it's available on my Twitch stream because I'm not like an affiliate with Twitch or anything, but the Copper Cape, if you haven't got the Copper Cape yet, you might be able to get it off my Twitch stream right now. But I don't know if that drops enabled with my Twitch stream. I don't know if I'm that fancy yet. Yeah, no, I am a self-diagnosed out of glass. We're just flying through glass. But yeah, it's quite large. I can get rid of one bucket. Self-diagnosed addict of copper in Minecraft. So I want to use I want the best farm to give me all the wonderful copper. Plus, I want to build a farm that challenges me a little bit. I've never built something on this scale, so that's part of it as well, as I want to build something really big. I have some like grandiose visions for stuff that I'd like to build in this world at some point. And this is kind of an entry point for me to get into building larger, at least in my mind. Like, I want to build custom mountains and stuff like that I would like to see. Or I'd like to build eventually in my world. Maybe some massive custom trees. So I think, at least for me, building something like this, this is going to be the largest thing that I've ever built using almost 200,000 blocks. It's kind of an entry-level point for me to really understand how much it takes to start building things that are massive. And that'll help me plan a little bit better for future projects. Doing something like this. I know all the blocks in this are really repetitive, right? It's glass. And lots of glass. There's going to be scaffolding and just water. Putting soul sand down at the bottom. It's very, very repetitive. And then the roof is going to be polished deep slate tile. There's slabs. But the idea is, at least it gives me an idea of how long something like this actually takes me to do, and then I can plan future stuff better. At least that's my thought process. Yeah, I'm gonna break these. Can't I fly? It's not letting me fly. Yeah, copper from... I honestly think getting copper from trial chambers is a really good option. And it's mainly just because there's a lot of small... and I mean relatively small copper farm designs and drown farm designs on you can find them all over on YouTube tutorials to make drown farms in Java and Bedrock. The issue with most drown farms, if you want copper, the rates are abysmal. And it's because, so there used to be a really good one. And I'm kind of mad that they patched it. So ENX04 had a design that used a bug that they patched, where Drown would call in zombie reinforcements. They would call regular zombies instead of reinforcements to Drowns, right? And I don't know if Drown actually called reinforcements right now. I tried getting Drown to have like ground reinforcements, but basically using the zombie reinforcements mechanic, all the materials for the drowned farm that ENX04 designed that is now not a thing anymore. It would use about an inventory of items to build the entire farm. But because the farm itself doesn't work anymore, the best way to get copper rates is to just build something massive. All right, chat. I mentioned that I'm going to be streaming until my son wakes up, and it sounds like he might be waking up. Let me see. Yeah, it looks like he's awake. So I'm going to finish this layer, and then we can close out the stream. And I know it was only not even 2 hours long, but that's okay. Being a father comes first, so. However, I do think I'm gonna stream more in the afternoons, and it's just gonna be kind of hit or miss, and I hope everybody's okay with that. I'm gonna stream on the weekends and the evenings still, but I usually don't stream Minecraft. I usually stream some other game. And I think this weekend we're gonna be streaming some Phasmophobia with some of my buddies. I have been streaming Peak, which is a lot of fun. But I usually stream that in the evenings my time, which is US Central Time. Alright, let's call it there. Let's finish this. Drown Farm P1, Part 1. Oh, Bacon Man. Hey, you just showed up at towards the end, unfortunately. But yeah, like I was saying, I'm gonna start streaming. So this week it's not gonna work. I may actually do it tomorrow. So I usually stream 3 times a week, and I think I'm gonna start streaming during the day my time. So right now it's just after 2 p.m. Eastern Central Time in the U.S. I don't know what that converts to all over the world. Shout out to those who have been all over. I think I got some Netherlands and some other cool places that people were telling me they were from during streams. So shout out. Awesome to see a international audience. But so the problem with streaming in the afternoon is it's kind of unpredictable of how long I can actually stream. For those that are new, I am a stay-at-home dad, so I was streaming while my son's napping. Sometimes he naps for 3 hours, sometimes he naps for 2. Sometimes he naps for 45 minutes. And today he got about an hour and 45 minutes, almost 2 hours long, so it's a pretty good nap. And he is waking up and ready for me to get him. So I need to grab him. So I'll be streaming again tomorrow. I usually stream Monday, Wednesday, and Saturday. But I'm going to stream tomorrow because I've got an appointment to go to tomorrow, Wednesday afternoon. So to make it up to everybody, I'm going to stream again tomorrow around the same time. We're going to be working on this copper farm some more. I'll be a lot farther because I'm probably going to work on it off stream tonight as well. But anyway, you guys are awesome. Super amazing to see all the love in the chat today, which makes me want to stream in this afternoon slot more often. We started the stream at 735 subs on YouTube and 20 followers on Twitch. We're now at 747 subs on YouTube. We're getting closer to that 1,000 subs goal. So heck yeah, you guys are legends. Complete legends. And we got another follower on Twitch. So thank you to all the amazing legends. And for those who are new here, welcome to the Legion of Valor. And I'll say this again, the Legion of Valor. In the Legion of Valor, we don't just play, but we craft legends. And hopefully I can inspire you with my streams and my videos to do that in your own life, whether in Minecraft or outside of Minecraft, or any other fun game too. So that's what I'm here for. I'm here to, my goal is to inspire you guys to be your very best. So, but anyway, I love you guys to death, and I will catch you wherever you see me next. Hopefully tomorrow while I'm streaming, and if not, I've got plenty of videos on my YouTube channel that you can check out if you want something in the meantime. But anyway, thanks for hanging out today, and I'll catch you tomorrow.